Hello everybody, this is Curtis, and in this video I'm going to show you how to anneal gold. Remember, annealing is the process of heating up metal to a specific temperature where the crystalline structure of the metal grows, and this allows the metal to become soft. It allows you to bend the metal and hammer the metal, and that work hardens the metal and makes it hard, and then you can anneal it again. So today we're going to do gold. I have several different types of gold. This is white gold, 18 karat. Let me show you what that looks like. It's a little bit gray in color. This is 18 karat, a slightly green gold that I recycled from several different kinds of 18 karat. And this is a rose gold, 14 karat. And finally, we have 14 karat standard yellow gold. Now they all anneal slightly different, so I'm going to show you what it looks like while I'm annealing both thick pieces and thin pieces. We're going to coat the metal with a little bit of flux to get started. It's not absolutely necessary, but the nice thing about the flux is it's a great temperature indicator. It allows you to see what's going on with the temperature easier than just looking directly at the color of the metal. And this is the same kind of flux that you would use for silver. It's just from AutoFry or any manufacturer that has a borax-based flux. I'm going to use a mini torch today, easy torch today. You want to make sure that the oxygen is all the way off, or the air rather is all the way off, and then you can slowly add the air. Still getting used to this torch, so it's a little bit finicky for me. I had a little bit problem getting it started. I forgot to turn on the main gas, so we're going to start it again. So you'll notice that that first 14 karat gold is slightly heated already. The flux was starting to turn a little bit clear when my torch shut off, so my gas is working fine now. You want to have a kind of a bushy flame. You don't want too much air or oxygen, or it'll oxidize the metal too much, which you don't want to do when you're annealing. Also, notice how I'm pointing the flame in line with the direction of the wire. This allows the excess heat from the torch to heat up the wire rather than heating it directly straight on. So when you're annealing gold, it's unlike silver, where silver you do not want to get red hot. Gold, you want to see a glowing red in the metal. And the flux should start kind of evaporating a little bit. It'll turn clear and start to dissolve. And depending on the metal, it'll maybe turn a little bit black. That's normal. I shut my light off so you can see a little bit easier. With this 14 karat, it's going to take a little while. It's a pretty heavy piece. And you want it to glow similar to the way copper glows when you are heating it. Be mindful and look at the surface. If the surface looks like it's melting a little bit, then pull back. But that looks pretty good. Also, I like to lift it off of the brick and set it down before it cools. That'll prevent it from sticking to the brick and pulling off brick pieces. So this little 14 karat rose gold is going to heat up a lot faster. You can see the flux just turned clear, and I'm looking for a nice red glow on the wire, and that's looking pretty good. Notice I also don't take my torch off and on the piece. I'm just heating up the piece. Again, I'm going to lift it up before it cools so it doesn't stick to my solderite board. This is 18 karat yellow gold, or kind of a yellow-green gold. You're also looking for the metal to be red and the flux to evaporate a little bit. The metal will turn a little bit dark, but maybe not as dark as the 14 karat. Let's see how it does. That's looking pretty good. Nice red glow. Going to lift it off, put it aside, and then move to the white gold. So you notice that the 18 karat doesn't get quite as dirty. And the 18 karat white gold, I'm just going to heat up until it turns glowing red as well. And That's looking pretty good there. Oh, my short torch shut off because I got a little bit too close, but that's okay because I was just about done. Again, I'm going to lift it up so it doesn't stick to the brick. Now, the palladium white golds and most white golds you do not want to quench. And if you're ever unsure, you just skip the quenching and wait for it to air cool and then pickle. Yellow golds, generally you can quench. You just never want to quench them when they're glowing at all. So you want to wait a couple minutes. The palladium white gold, I'm going to air cool. So now I'm out of the pickle, and this is the white gold, super clean. Palladium white gold gets super clean from the pickle. It looks really great, just ready to work on or do the next step. I can do some stone setting or solder something else to that now. 18 karat gold is pretty clean. I could probably leave it in the pickle a little bit longer. There's a little bit of oxidation. That could also sand off. The 14 karat, oh, look at all this copper plating. That always happens. So just be aware that that's going to happen with most 14 karat golds. It's going to copper plate. You can put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in your pickle to take that off, or you can sand it off. This is the 14 karat rose gold, and it looks like yellow gold. What happens is that it gets a surface depletion on the surface, and it makes it look like it's yellow gold, but you sand through that to get to the color of the rose gold. So this is the 18 karat gold, slightly green. I'm ready to work on any of these metals now. I could roll this out into a ring band or a little bit thinner and continue on. So that is annealing gold, everybody. Just let me know if you have questions about anything, and I'll have more info in other videos. See ya.